Oi, what's up, mateys? Um, Another episode of Final Fantasy 14. Um, so we finished the Elpis Island. Um, we went back in the past, got through the Elpis Island. Um, and now we're back in the present. I helped a lot of the Radhan, what are they called? Just helped them, protected them at Garlemald. They were trying to use the moon teleporter um, to send them up to the moon. But that didn't work out because Garlemald itself is now into the final days. So here we are in Sharlayan. As anyone who's seen my previous streams before would see, maybe notice, I have a new webcam. To be a lot better quality. I mean, I'm definitely fucking with it. As soon as I plugged it in, I was like, wow. It was in 1080p, and it just automatically looked better. But it is capable of 4K. Actually, I'm not sure what it's actually running on right now. Let's check. Right now, it is just 1080p at 30 frames. Like, it's just crazy. Look at this quality. Quality! Now let me adjust it probably because I already went live. But it does do 4K at 60 frames, so it's gonna look even better than this once I get it set up. I need a cord, a longer cord. The cord that came with it was like 6 feet, and it's just not long enough. And my USB-C cords do not have the kind of bandwidth required for 4K at 60 frames. When I go here, yeah. I have one coming, so within like a day or two, I'll have that set up with my new stand for it. That will hook up to my chair. I'm pretty excited. Then we'll bump it up to the 4K at 60. I was playing around with it. I can get it to do it, but not with my cord and stuff. Honestly, the way I'm set up right now, I probably could have stretched made it work with that 6 foot, but whatever. Because I'm thinking about when I'm playing in my chair and I'm further away from my computer right now. I'm kind of right next to it. Okay, not that I'm complaining. Oh, I have the nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetherius, I did inadvertently awaken in the Lord Laporodis. Opal-rites, I think they're called. Creel tells us you have. Should I do the voice acting? Creel tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I've news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. So let's backtrack. Thancred, not that I am complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Urianger with this. No, I thee, extolling the virtues. I did inadvertently awaken in the Loperites a desire to avert our beloved. What revelations did Hydaelyn's Elpis flower lead? Oh, you wouldn't believe. So, get this. Me going back is what caused all this. We're in a time loop. Then this dynamis is what drives the final days? If it and Akasa are one of the same, then all but proves Nidhana's theory. We're an entity, through sheer force of emotion, to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river, Its power might surpass even that of Aether. Oh, been a while. But if our force is star so okay, no. But if our star is so replete with Aether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamics of the great expanse. Girl, slightly girlier, Elfinone. I don't really quite have a Graha one, do I? I feel like he's more just like my normal voice. Meteion. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear, hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Aetherius. Wait, let's repeat what he just said. Sorry. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. I mean, yeah, now, because I think in the past it was about 12,000 years. So now in the present, Meteion's been brooding out there in the universe for 12,000 years. I mean, they say millennia, but I'm pretty sure it's 12,000-ish. Untold anguish and fear and hatred drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose. Destruction. Alright. Sometimes I gotta let it sink in. Then our foe is no longer Estinian. Then our foe is no longer then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. I think that should do with that. Estinian. He's like, then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteion. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteion and we deliver the world from the final days, but to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Meteion escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Venet, the woman who would become Hydaelyn. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that a Hydaelyn and the Venet you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetherius, not stay. Kind of my thoughts exactly. I think that we're going to either use the moon, we're going to be like, nah, we ain't bailing, use the moon, fly to her, or they mentioned that the Charlans had a vehicle that they were going to shuttle the people of Aetherius, people across the world, up to the moon with. So they have something that goes up into space. So I think, I mean, they're obviously going to start using that to shuttle because we can't use the teleporter now. I thought maybe they were actually going to use the teleporter and then they'd have this free ship and then we would take the ship and fly out. But I think it's going to be one or the other, if I could guess. It's going to be us flying with that ship or we're just taking the whole moon with us. But I don't know how that, you know, if you shuttle the people across the world to the moon, I don't know if it'd be a good idea to bring the moon to Meteion. You guys are along for that. You guys try to escape the final days, but guess what? We're bringing you right into the fucking thick of it. What do we have for girl? Do you suppose she has abandoned the pursuit of Meteion? Bennett, I would know. Never give up. Meteion is... go with that. Traditional first choice. That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit of her will, or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. That does make sense about the flower. So, what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Meteion. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. The communion with Hydaelyn, necessity first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the ethereal sea? Sadly not, though we enlisted the help of Arenvald and other Echo-blessed allies. We couldn't detect so much of a whisper from Heidelin, even from within the Anti-Tower. Master Matoya is of opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instruction from Heidelin. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the ethereal sea, built closer to home. Who's there? So, sorry to interrupt, but we just received word from the Forum. Presence is required in the rostrum. Or they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. And Father was able to and Father can't be too close to you stole that, you know. Then Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Turn to the main hall of meditation next. A lot of people talk to the Lord. It was Heidelin's commandment that in the event Zodiac shall perish, Laporets, but deliver thy people of Etheris from harm. Though that be the limit of their duty, they possess knowledge unparalleled of the great advance and the means of its traversal. Should they be persuaded to assist in our efforts to reach Meteon, we would do well to heed their counsel. Yeah, you would think they had built the move. At first, I wasn't sure to Union. At first, I wasn't sure what to make of, but he can't be too much like this. Because he's kind of nonchalant. At first, I wasn't sure what to make of Hermes' motives. But it's like we discussed at work, faced with the harsh realities of life, seek to others grow defiant. Either way, it is our right to choose. That's the problem with that, is we have the same voice for him as we do for Thancred. Because Thancred is like a rough around the edges too, you know? Thancred. After sending Graha and Estinian back to Garlemald, I stayed in Locus Ammonius for a time, but in Imperial Province. It was already in turmoil for the onset of the final day. I think his original voice, Estinian's original voice, fits better. Kind of more like one of these dudes, but not like a dude, you know? After sending Graha, you wouldn't believe the difficulty we had overseeing the evacuation of the villages we visited. I have faith the detachment we left behind will continue our work and shepherd people to safety. But safety can be found in coming to it. We'll work on it. Well, that was a much quicker response than I was expecting. Nice to know our efforts on the Magna Glacier didn't go unnoticed. Father has granted us the opportunity we've been waiting for. Though we know that not what information, if any, they intend to reveal, there's only one way to find out. Through the rostra. I hope you don't mind me staying behind while you attend your big meeting. I feel like that shoots out Logan. I don't know how to do it without sounding stupid. I hope you don't mind staying behind while you attend your big meeting. Roster reminds me a bit too much of the supremely scary tribunal in Ishgard. You'll forgive me if I keep my distance. After okay, they got out different voices though, I don't know. After you left Garlemald, I can't do it. They have to have the same. After you left Garlemald, I went to Labyrinthos and tried to reach Heidelin using the Elpis flowers. Alas, my attempts were in vain. I can only assume that she spent a vast amount of her power in the confrontation with Fandaniel and is presently unable to communicate. Indeed, as her presence left my body, I could feel how faint it had grown. Think the Crystal Tower of the First is capable of such feats as sending one's soul into the distant past. The events you witnessed and helped shape may yet hold the key to forestalling the final day. I'm reminded of dear friends and future I unmade, whose selfless efforts saw the Elgrith Umbral calamity averted. In this timeline, at least, too much has been sacrificed for us to abandon the theorists now. Let's go back. What the fuck are you cats doing? I hope you don't mind me staying behind while you attend your big meeting. The roster reminds me a bit too much of the supremely scary tribunal in Isgard. Forgive me if I keep my distance. Okay, alright, we separated their voice. He's a silly and hers. They're still quite proper. Still quite proper. Yum, 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 yum. A big fluffy cat. As the Matoya has suspected for some time that the Forum has been constructing a new facility for the purpose of surveying the ethereal sea. Of course, as the custodian of the Anti-Tower, which would presumably be rendered obsolete as a result, she has a few things to say about that. Nothing that should be repeated in polite company, you understand? None of them have a question. It's right outside. I am gonna take a quick detour. I should have did this on Saturday for the early bird special. Are we going to that gold salsa? I have my where am I? Who am I? Gotta check my weekly lottery ticket. The jumbo crackpot ticket looks to be an odd. Bro, you're gonna knock my fucking TV over. See what you have won. Winning number 4041. I did 0777. You know, that lucky shit. I definitely don't have a 1 as the last. That sucks. Okay, more prizes. But 6669. Yeah. Winning number 4041. That didn't work. 0420. Oh, damn close. Oh, damn close. Not really. 420, bro. I am sorry. Yeah, well, I still won. Oh. Punching one. Uppercut, motherfucker. Do a couple of these, because I'm sure there's one in the challenge. What? In the challenge log. Oh, there. Uppercut. We got it. We'll just do the old crackpot ticket. The daily. Then we'll continue the story. Ah, that is the worst, because then it's like, yeah, like you gotta play off the 5 no matter where you go. I don't like that. Well, I don't really care about this because it's connected to the 4. I don't really care about this because it's connected to the 4. But then, that's it. So it's like, I don't care about this way because it's connected to the 5. I don't care about this way because it's connected to the 5. So I mean, realistically, it is just the corners, and then just hoping that. So there is no jackpot. So we want to play off the 9. There is no, because you can't get 3, 2, 1 in a row. There's no way. So it's either a 9, 8, 7, or 7, 8, or whatever. You want the 9, the 8, and the 7. This way or that way. I can at least uncover one of them. There's the 6. So we'll just go, because that could be the second best. That's all you can do. This actually would have been. Oh, that's still trash. They're just, that was a shit ticket. And there's the 8. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Do I want to play off it? Or do we go offset? Because I'm looking for something that's actually not the 8. But I feel like you should knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, so playing the corners isn't, because that could be that rules out a lot. The only way that you can get the 3-2-1 is right here, so we might as well go in the middle to see if the 9's there. There, yeah, okay, see. So there is no second highest. You can't get to the 24. So it would be Diggs or Addison? What do you mean by either of those, I guess? So we basically got to choose something either this way or this way to at least get a 3 or a 1. So, oh, there's 1. This could be a 3. We got to go for it. Yeah, jackpot, right? We hit the number 1. Basically, how you do that. Dab on them. 10 jizzles for shizzle. There's the 9. We play after 9, or do we just go random? I don't like how when the 9's in the middle, it's a little bit more difficult. We could just do the middle, because that rules out a lot. Because now we, you know, there's either this way or this way. Now we can play after 9, I think. Ooh. So now that could be a 7. You could uncover it if we want, but we still want to. There could still be a 3-2-1 or a 3-2-1. So let's hit that. Ah, there's a 3. Oh. I think this obviously this. Oh, the shit. I can't do both. Either this or that. And we don't know. And it's like, what if that's the 7 and not 3-2-1? And this is 3-2-1. Fuck. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's just do this just because we're going to be like, no, fuck number 2. Fuck. Didn't matter anyways. 720's still pretty good. I don't think there really was anything. That actually was the best choice. Yeah, okay. Intuition. Alright, there's that. What am I at? I'm at quarter mil. Fuck. 4. I need 16 times more than that, and I can get the most expensive thing. The whale or whatever. No, the airship. The airship thing. We're back to Charlene. There I am. Try not to yawn. I'm sorry. I was gonna fall asleep. I was just like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. And I was like, no. Because it's a little early. And then more times than not, it's really weird. If I go to sleep, say like 2 hours earlier than usual, I'll fucking wake up halfway through and just be like wide awake. Just like, body's like, what are you doing? Like I can never like just like, it's weird. So I'm like, I should tough it out. So beautiful. Dude. Previous. And I like the lights. The lights just so fucking good. Quit being a grumpy boy. He's like 6 months old. He's practically a baby. Quit growling at him. Be nice. Quit. Yeah, then you go away. How about that? How about that? You go away. You're the one that's so bothered by it. He just wants to lay next to you. Ding dong. See, look at him broing out with babies. Yeah. Who's this? Bruh. A scion of the 7th dawn. Very well, we may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door, lest you forget this sacred institute holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war are expressly going in there, fucking fold. Fucking let's go! Ah! Ooh, this is sightseeing. It's like been a while. In order to accommodate the 99 members of the forum, the seating in their assembly hall is arranged in the shape of a spiral. Viewed from above, one is reminded of the symbol emblazoned upon the Charlene flag, the nautilus shell that keeps the water of knowledge. Is that really 99? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they had to do that, right? Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8. 8. 8. There's 10. 6. So it's 8. 8. Here's the 8. 10. So 20. 28. 20. 20, 28, 36, 44, wait, where are the 10? It was 3 rows of 10. Okay. Uneven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 5. Gotta come upstairs. I'm starting to believe that there is actually 9. That is definitely 99. It's just on the top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 18, 26, 5, and then why 4? Why they gotta do this? There's 99. Let's just believe them. Probably the 98. Before, after, before, after. Who the hell? I forget that there's bunny people until they show me, and I'm like, oh yeah, shit. What's up? Talking.
これから哲学者議会の話を聞くことになるが、場合によっては彼らにさらなる提案をしてみたいと思う。次の一手につなげるようなね。それを私に任せてもらえるだろうか。
いいんじゃない。もともとアルフィノが起点を聞かせてこの機会を勝ち取ったんだしね。アルフィノ君が考えを巡らせられるよう、質疑はひとまず私の方で受け持つわ。
ありがとう。
ああ、皆の者、静粛に。
みんな。
ただいまより
Means everything.
会を開催する。今日は知っての通り、暁の決命からの要請に応え、我らが大撤収の計画を明かすこととなっている。早速だが入ってきてくれ。
Dun, dun, dun,
先
dun.
んじて君たちに感謝を伝えたい。マグナグラキエスにて
マグナグラス。
神と我々の同胞を異形の獣から守ってくれたことについてだ。今しがたラザハンの大使にも報告をし、君たちに深く感謝を表するとの伝言を預かった。我々哲学者議会としても本件を真摯に受け止め、この場を用意させてもらった次第だ。君たちの質問にできる限り答えよう。
君たち。我々。
ではまず前提を確認させてください。哲学者議会の目的は終末によって滅びゆくこの星を脱し、人々と知識を月へと運ぶことで間違いありませんか？
そういない。死の都シャーレアンは長年そのために活動をしてきたのだ。世界中から集め、ラビリンソスや大書院に蓄積した知識、まずはそれを運び出す。並行してシャーレアンの民をいくつかの組に分け、月へと順次移送。住環境の確認と整備を開始する計画だ。それらが落ち着き次第、我が国と協力関係にある国家から順に月へ案内していくという手はずになっている。ラザハンはその最優先候補だった。だが想定より早く終末の現象に見舞われたため、どうにか前倒して移送できないかと試みたのだ。
なるほど。壮大な計画ね。この星のすべての民を運べる算段が立っているのかしら。
可能な範囲でだ。
そしてその線引きは哲学者議会がすると。
別の星への移住は史上類を見ないほど達成困難な任務だ。志の異なるものを取り入れようとすれば、
You're gonna leave the beast tribes? Some shit.
その是非は一旦置いておきましょう。次に伺いたいのは計画が順調に進んでいるかどうかです。聞いたところによると肝心の月への移送手段がまだ完成しきっていないとか。
要求する水準に至っていないという意味では確かに未完成だ。かねてより製造を進めてきた月へ向かう船、通称箱舟は一応の完成を見ている。想定外だったのは終末の広がりがあまりに早いことだ。現状の箱舟の動力機関では航行速度が遅く、何より都度の補給にかかる時間が長すぎる。見切り発車で移送を始めたところで往復数を稼げないうちに終末が拡大。膨大な数の知識と命を見捨てざるを得ないだろう。
Get Sid up in here. Get my boy Sid.
そんな何か手はないの？
生涯での推進力を生み出すエーテル縮体炉、その改良ができないか今も試行錯誤は続いている。同時に第一陣の2の積み込みも始めてはいるが、限界まで調整をするつもりだ。
では私たちと取引をするのはいかがでしょう。暁の決明はエーテル縮体炉の改良に協力します。結果、
Let us borrow that motherfucker when you're done.
になった場合、2つの報酬をいただけないでしょうか。1つ目はハイデリンと合わせてもらうこと。
ハ あなたたちとハイデリンの関係を思えば、逆さの塔を放置しているのは奇妙だわ。あるんでしょ、かの塔に代わるより良い別の手段が。
そして2つ目が、箱舟を誰がどのように使うかを
Call
皆
that
さん
shit.
に提案させていただきたいのです。
Called that shit. I called that shit on the last stream. Yeah. What's up, dude?
提案か命令ではなく。
ここにいるたった99人さえ納得させられない提案なら、この窮地に貫くべきではありません。
いや、面白い。
Moshiroi means interesting. Moshiroi!
専門家たちが頭を抱えている難問に行きずりの者たちが挑むときた。なんと無茶で無謀なことよ。じゃが、行き詰まった研究に必要なのは嫌というほど見返した理論よりちょっとしたひらめき、新しい風じゃろうて。わしはかつての教え子たちにかける。彼らとの取引に賛成じゃ。
Yeah, he's always got her back. OG-san! OG-san!
静粛に静粛に。今は1秒すら惜しい。早速決を取るとしよう。
Ow. Climbing.
では暁の決命との取引に賛成
Yeah,
の
raise your
者
hand.
は挙手を。
We agree. We agree to the terms. We agree to the terms. Watch all 99 hands go up. Come on. Who's that guy right there? Who's it? Better get him out of here. Death to them.
賛成71。
71? Damn.
決まったな。彼らの申し出を受け入れよう。
I'm gonna sweep that mother.
計画の責任者たる
Doesn't raise his hand.
案内するように。個人としては異論もあろうが、議会の決定としてしかと遂行していただきたい。
I don't know.
承知いたしました。
では、こたびの臨時会は終了とする。終わりの時まで時間がない。各自、己の責務をしっかりと果たすように。
Humble. Humbly boy. The rumbly boy. Alright. Chill. My affinity. Thancred. My affinity is for espionage. Have earned me the title of Archon, but I was completely unaware of the Forum's plans. There may have been clues here. Had I been of mind to look for them, but contemplating that possibility only serves to further wound my pride. And I gotta give him a little bit of arrogance. Not anyone that could have realistically surmised that their brilliant stratagem build a giant ship to fly to the moon, a still larger vessel in truth, but use to travel to another star. Even now, the whole idea seems positively absurd when spoken aloud. Of late, I have seen no sign of operate. This first opportunity experience wonders Galen a potential venture. I Estinian. Perhaps if also alive, he could have help vessel obtain him. Said or some shit like that. Edgar or something. I knew that. Then again, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantees. Matter. Jolmir. Good Thorms. The further we pursue the mysteries of the universe, the more I struggle to comprehend the fortuitous nature of time itself. You measure and quantify it based off observations of celestial bodies, such as the sun and the moon. But from your account, it is unclear whether the ancients viewed time. I mention this because while Venet knew the final days would recur at a defined point in the future, he presumably had no way of knowing exactly when. Even so, the completion of the Forum's preparations to escape the moon aligning so closely with the advent of the final days is surely no coincidence. I'm a little vexed that we've yet to learn of the Forum's replacement for the Anti-Town. Though I expect that in time, they'll share that too with us, and with Master Matoya, if they have any sense. I'll admit, bringing up the issue of the Forum's incomplete arc was more than a little daunting. They were, to their credit, quite open about the current state of affairs. What was even more surprising, though, was then they took Alfredo up on his offer. While I was very much take issue... Self-note. Let's pretend it's self-note. While I very much take issue with the Forum... But she just be a little bit more girly. While I very much take issue with the Forum's approach to selecting whom to save and when, not wrong for wanting to minimize potential conflicts. Fortunately, the plan of ours actually works. The Great Exodus itself will become entirely unnecessary. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was, admittedly, thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both a means of communing with Heidelin and reaching me, the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves in the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem with the Aether Burner. I'd like to think it's not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an Aether Burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Can't remember what's Sid's thing. What the band it's called. Then something works. Coming around on us. As instructed. I should take you to the Aether Burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. Trust you can make it. You can only come up with money. The Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Teleport there. Yes, we can. Why is it in a puddle? Talk to them all. Friggin'. Do they tend to carry everything in the Archeon to the moon? They said they'd started loading scientific records and biological samples, but do they really need all of it? Seems as though so long ago we first set foot here. Where once we were refused entry, we were welcomed as guests. Among the many and varied documents sent to the moon, did chance several made in perhaps mayhap the Forum believes such pride in intricacy of clerical duty. Regardless, Loperids did not consider them worthy of more cursory. That would have been granted permission to enter the lower levels is proof of our increased standing, but they had been willing to confide in us sooner. It has been many moons since I last visited Labyrinthos. As vast as the archives were back then, they've only continued to grow in the days since. Some would surely object to the form allowing foreign elements to have the run of the secret facility. We should count ourselves lucky. I don't understand the appeal of reshaping it to look like the world above. Make your peace with what is. Or go outside if that's what you prefer. I think we got it down. Our destination lies in the lower level. Its wisdom granted you access to the Archaean's lift inside and have affiliating take you at a medial up, motherfucker, I'm back. Remember you. In accordance to the Acne Protocol. Access to the Archaeon is needed service. Definitely for cooperation. What? What? You wish to use the lift, yes? Act like we don't know. Yeah, it's not our first time, buddy. We've sent your associates head to Logisticon Alpha. The other side, Ariel Negron. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to. Can't. Bad, you must up the courage. Oh, never mind. Can wait. Let us attend to the matter. Say it, bitch. Say thank you. Where the fuck over there? Oh, your nose is so cold and wet. Wait, put it in that my. These orange because of the health. Final Fantasy 11. Yeah. They almost can't be a coincidence. Can't talk. Literally look like a robot. Ain't no one else freaking about the robot walking around. This is what happens when you start talking to them. Fields were passed along the way. Memories of Ferndale. Fortunately, we were never blessed with abundant crops. We must be close to the central circuit, which is where Sharlane's greatest secret. The tombs I perused told the whole story. The further underground we go, the more surprises we find. Wonder what this place is actually for. Oh. We are to wait here while our father... Arabian Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of labyrinths are regulated. I should be able to come up with their voice. Water is drawn from the underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Hold on, how do you know so much about it? Why, father brought me here as a child. Wow, favoritism. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It is all so to take for granted that the aspects of the natural world. So inured. Having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loperites, recruiting a similar environment, I've come to view such process in a new light. Subterranean gardens of labyrinth, Luna prison for in the ancient Zodiac, habitations built for all mankind neath the moons, each unique, undeniably. No coincidence. It is no coincidence. Ever since Eidolon unfolded as the grim fate that awaits the theorists, every essential has been delivered to Labyrinthos. Preparation. That is not. It is also the ground for the technology that will allow us to settle on the stars. Though the Loperites endeavored to make the moon habitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on us. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there the most of our preparations for the great exodus are carried out. Construction are among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to the said restriction. You will have free reign to come and go as you please, such as the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust. Your trust. So, then let us proceed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm yawning. By decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the central circuit. The sooner we can get to look at the other burner of theirs, ether burner of theirs, the sooner we can start working on how to improve it. The temperate environment here is not unlike that of Bestway's burrow, although the diversification doth produce a far more complex bouquet of aroma. Welcome difference indeed, for I have grown weary of the scent of carrots. I imagine the secrets kept here would be of great benefit to my own research, but I will refrain from indulging my curiosity for the time being. I have no idea what makes Elphino confident we can solve this problem. Relentless doom, a not unwelcome trait in youth, but less in a gambler. Let us solve never him set foot in. We might finally have the chance to commune directly with Heidelin, provided we somehow manage to succeed with Charlene, where Charlene's finest engineers have failed. Still, I'd want her to have a look. Please tell me we're almost there, or is there another underground level we have to reach? The even more central circuit, perhaps? This is it, the central circuit! The Aether Burner is being the Aether Burner being constructed not far from here. And the work is cold and cold. For whom the ford is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. Like I know all their alpha know. Levier. Do I? Yeah. Maybe we won't. It'll probably bring us to a problem at some point. Risk I'm willing to take. Oop, I don't really. Untrust. Yeah. Upspur. Bam, bam, bam. Why do we gotta travel in a pack? Kind of fun. Like all the little juicy tidbits that I used to just skip. I was expecting Sky Steel manufactory. Instead, I find the village smithy. While many of the facilities within the central circuit seem to be visible from the upper levels, creative work must be carried out behind closed doors. He hasn't even realized we're here, or perhaps he has realized, but just doesn't care. Surely the Forum hath already petitioned the aid of the Poritz. Law Poritz, given their familiarity with such technology. A closely guarded secret, you can see particularly everything from outside, even with the magical barriers surrounding it. Is he talking to himself? He looks lost in thought, although it seems he's in a stumbling block. Perhaps you would like to break the ice. This man would seek you to try not to start at him. This reminds me of like the Turks meet Final Fantasy VII.
どうにかしろでどうにかできたら今頃人は宇宙の果てにだってひとっ飛びだったろうよ。
取り込み中すまない。ククロウダンクロウ殿。
苦しのの旦那。なんだよ大勢揃って。いよいよ納期だってか。
いや、予定については変わりない。あまり時間が残されていないという点でもな。今回は
Game makes me tired even when I'm not tired, so. And I'm tired. No.
界隈で見た覚えのねえ顔だな。
実際賢人も混じってはいるが、この分野の専門ではない。何かの突破口になればとのことだが、仕事の邪魔になるくらいなら追い出してもいい。
そうならないように最善を尽くしましょう。早速ですが、エーテルシュクタイルについて伺っても？
ああ、構わねえぜ。息抜きがてらにな。箱舟に搭載される動力機関、エーテルを宇宙航行のための推進力に変えるのが俺たちの作ってるエーテルシュクタイロだ。地上に比べて生涯はエーテルが乏しい。それでもしっかり箱舟を動かし、月と行き来させられる優れものだ。がまだ性能が足りねえときた。計算上あと 6% ほどエーテル伝導率を上げられりゃ、哲学者議会に要求されてるだけ往復時間を短縮できる。たかが 6%、 されど 6% だ。最高の素材と最良の設計で宿タイロの製造に当たってる以上、そう簡単に数字は上がらねえんだよ。
レポリットたちにはもう相談したのですか？
ああ、彼らの技師も検討をしてくれているが、すぐには解決策が出せそうもないようだ。レポリットの船である月は高性能の動力機関を有している。しかしそれは広大な月内部を使えるからこそのとてつもなく大きなものだという。我々の彼らに
What do I know?
小さなおもちゃの箱舟にその技術を転用するのは難しい。
ああ、もうどうしろってんだ。そういう無茶を言うときはせめてエクスアダマントを手土産にしてほしいぜ。
エクスアダマントってアラグのか？
あなた何か知っているの？
いや、詳細までは。アラグ帝国で生み出された金属なんだが、製造法が門外不出で非されし金属なんて呼ばれてたらしい。かの帝国においてはダラガブの製造に用いられたり、宇宙進出の要を担ったって記録で見たことがある。
そう、そいつだ。そのエクスアダマントだよ。現代においては完全に失われた未知の冶金技術で作られた素材なんだ。エーテル伝導率がものすごくてな、今のエーテル宿タイロにも
Is they inverse?
ほら、第7零歳の折にダラガブが飛び散っただろう。たまたま北洋にポチャンとした破片を引き上げて、そこから取り出したってわけよ。あのエクスアダマントがたくさん手に入りゃ、伝導率の 6% 向上も夢じゃないんだがな。
And more diamond pieces.
他にもエオルゼや各地に刺さってると思うけど、そこからは回収しないの？
グリーナーに依頼は出してある。だがエクスアダマントが使われているのはダラガブの中でもごく一部。トゲのように突き立った巨大装置、いわゆるラグナロク級高速艦の動力部なんだよ。調査によると、そこへたどり着くには数々の防衛機構をひしめくダラガブ編の内部を踏破しなきゃならんそうだ。凄腕のグリーナーをかき集めたってそうそうできる芸当じゃねえ。
I mean, you're talking to the best, bro. It sounds like a job for some. Hell no.
確かにあなたの実力なら申し分ないと思うけれど、
高速管を伴ったダラガブの破片はエオルゼアだけでも複数確認されている。できるだけ多くの X アダマントを回収したいとなれば、私たちで手分けするよりもむしろ。サンクレット、君はガレマルドで偵察任務をするにあたって派遣団の代表たちとつながるリンクパールを渡されていたね。それはまだ通じるかい？
ああ、現役だ。好きに使ってやってくれ。
Do the Loprites?
何をするつもりだ？
皆で薪を集めるのです。吹雪をしのぐ焚き火を、暗闇を照らす灯火をつけるために。こちらアルフィノ、聞こえるだろうか。暁の決命から皆に頼みたいことがあるんだ。
We're well established. Yeah.
ルキアだ。理解承知した。すぐにアイメリク様に連絡を取り、クルザスのダラガブ編に回収部隊を向かわせる。
グリダニアも了解だよ。対策に追われてる姉様たちに代わって、国営の森の分は僕が行く。
高速管の他にエクサアダマントが回収できるあてはないのかしら。
I mean, by
わざわざ
Mora
ア
or
ダマントを使っているような品は尋常じゃない量のエーテルを通したり蓄えたりする必要があるものだ。
that orange.
現代にまで残っ
They're
てい
probably
る
talking about something else.
特に強力な魔器として専門家や構図家のもとに流れている可能性が高い。
Sound like I'm gonna be a
強力なアラグの魔器ですね。東方連合に持ちかけて探してみます。他にも何か協力できることはありませんか？こちらにはダラガブ編がないので人手にはまだ余裕があります。
ククロ殿、オサード小大陸の方で何かできることはないでしょうか？
東方諸国が協力してくれるってのか？だったらあれだ、俺神器って呼ばれる最後を貸してもらいてえ。神器は時に万神を権限させられるほどのエーテルを溜め込めるようになってんだ。宿退路と一緒に組み込みゃ大きな力を扱いやすくなる。
聞こえていただろうか。神器の確保も合わせて頼みたいんだ。
了解です。
okay で
一
す。
発の最悪だなんて
Okay
どうしようかと思いましたが、何かやれることがあって少しほっとしました。機械のことはよくわかりませんが、完全な形で仕上げられるよう私たちも頑張ります。
よっしゃ、そんじゃまちゃちゃっと言ってくら。丘の上だろうが構わねえ。景気よく略奪してくるからよ。届け先はオールドシャーリアンでいいんだな。首を洗って待ってやがれ。
待って待って。
そうするよ。みなありがとう。くれぐれも気をつけて頼む。
やったわね。
やったー。
ああ、エクスアダマントはきっとここに届く。私たちはそれを信じ、さらに先を見据えて準備を進めていこう。
Holy shit, my son's better than me. Times like these, we were reminded of how famous Miss Alphinaud has become. Who would have thought that he could achieve so much with a single link pearl conversation? Expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd be best return to the surface and inform relevant parties. I also have a contract of my own that might be worth a try. Oh? And who might that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. And that on the note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Expected her.
改めて事情は分かった。ダラガブ編からのエクスアダマントの回収、そして強力なアラグの魔器の収集じゃな。よし、すぐに不滅隊の精鋭を揃え突入部隊を編成せよ。銀中団や同人団からも腕利きを募れ。パパシャンは各フィールドに通達を。アラグの防衛機構を制し未知の素材を回収するにあたっては彼らの協力が必要不可欠じゃ。フィルガイス、サカツ州の中でもそなたを呼んだのは鉄塔弾を動かす可能性を考えてのこと。不滅隊に協力し突入部隊の補助やその間の各地の警備を受け持ってくれるな。
は、我が息子鉄塔団団長シュルンベルク直々にことに当たるといたしましょう。
ピピン、突入部隊の長はそなたに任せる。集いしつわものたちを率い存分に来そうなを振るうがよい。
Oh my gosh. I've given it survive.
そなたはアラグの魔器の回収じゃ。市場に出回っているもの、小塚に買われたもの、そなたになら心当たりもあろう。無論善意でなどとは言わぬ。取引方法はそなたに任せるゆえ。
I don't know what you mean by digs are Edison.
損のないよう収めてみせよ。世界を脅かさんとしておる終末の最悪。それが報告通りのものならば我らの力のみでは到底抗いえぬ。しかしわらわはエオルゼアの民は今や知っておろう。第7零歳からこちら抱えてきた傷や痛みと向き合ってやっと分かったのじゃ。一人では立ち上がることさえできずとも誰かとならば戦い抜けると。それを先陣を切って示してきた暁が共に立つ者を欲しているならばウルダハは果敢に応え彼らと共にこの最悪に打ち勝とうではないか。各方直ちに取り掛かるがよい。第17代国王ナナモウルナモからの至上命令と心得よ。
You didn't salute. Take him out. Redania. Try not to. Good. 50 minutes or my usual bedtime. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
兵の数は揃ったけど、やっぱり偏りが出るか。治療にはこと書かなくても、防衛機構の破壊を担う者が少ない。グリダニアのあり方としては正しいんだけどね。長期戦になるかもしれないな。
よければ私たちも連れて行ってくれない？
Right, Reese.
君、どうしてここに？
ギラバニアには
This,
高
these,
速管が
lice.
ついているような大きなダラガブ片が落ちてきてないんだ。だからグリダニアの手伝いに。アラミゴから一番近いし、何より思いっきり暴れる前衛が必要なんじゃないかと思ってさ。
見透かされてるのは尺だけど、その通りだよ。よくわかったね。
もうすごく昔のことみたいに感じちゃうけど、私、暁の一員としてこの国の調査を担当してたんだ。だから知ってるよ。国営の森のことも、グリダニアのみんなの戦い方だって。
だったら遠慮なく力を借りさせてもらうよ。早速だけど打ち合わせと行こう。
Ow, you fucker, just quit fighting on my leg.
必ずやり遂げるから見ててね、パパリモ。
Papa Limo. They never like showed him like actually die, did they? They were being chased and he was like, "Go on without me." They can. Usually that means he doesn't die, but he did. He really died.
Ah, やっと見つけたぞ。兄貴、何してるんだよ。もうみんなここに集合して。
Man. Like foreign shell? Foreign shell? The hell's that? The dragon that fell in love with. He was still up on the mountain, right? Moogle Mountain.
東方連合とロロリト会長からありまして、海賊衆の皆さんなら仁義に心当たりがないかと思ってこちらに参ったのです。おや、あれは。
あれ、なんでハンコックまでいるの？でもちょうどいいや。実は頼みたいことがあってね。
Push it though. Well, I'm all for relying on the power of friendship, but we now left with the rare luxury of having nothing to do. There must be something that requires our attention. What serendipitous irony that the remnants of seventh calamity would become a key to mankind's of the keys. Never more certain have I been. Master Louis watcheth. Considering how much made at the time, I don't see why he takes every opportunity to bring it up. It was just firewood. I'm confident that even in the deadliest of elegant defense, mechanisms are no match for our allies. At this rate, some of them might soon have any accomplishment to their names as a certain warrior of light. What? The fuck out of here with that bullshit. Jesus. Time and time again, it seems that elegance, something or another, or either the cause of to our problems. I think the self-same materials that once launched Dalamud will now be used to help ferry mankind to the moon. There's a poetry in that. First, the Telephora, and now the final days. No one can accuse the Lisbard contingent of backing down for a challenge. Of course, they weren't all so committed to the cause when we first set out. But after seeing the examples set by you, Elfino, and the others, the change was palpable. They couldn't help but believe. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirement once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might do to be of service?
Ah, you've already done more than enough. If it had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes, the matching hair, you seem to know more than the average scholar.
Ain't Colin Sid? My boy? Oh, if only Master Kokol knew how right he was. While he and Graha established a report, why don't we help with preparations for the great exodus? This would mean going above and beyond in terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favor. Confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the great expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite.
Yeah, what do you have in mind? Well, if it ain't a bunch of helpful buggers. If you mind to lend me a hand, I know where you ought to go.
Oopsie.
Shalane Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the exodus. Ha! That lot needs all the help they can get.
Well, then off we go. Like how they change this from blue to that tinge of purple. Shall endeavor to provide the Master Kokol with whatever information she'll require.
I'll admit, without refining adamantite, I can't get a blade clue how else I could get to the Afterburner performing any better. If you lot don't come up with the goods, we're bugged.
This is why we didn't get the crystal earlier.
Oh, the story's so long. It's that grind. The grind.
Here, attack me. In order to protect the secrets of the Central Circuit, the researchers must navigate a bewildering maze of paperwork before they are permitted to return to the surface. I suppose it's no different than any other aspect of Chilean society. We do love our bureaucracy. Very much a mirror of the city above, perhaps how it came to call Chilean Hamlet. What I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here.
I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some sort of fresh inspiration. Or like Montigny mentioned, let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet by the Itherate once our work is done.
Helping with all, even with all the power Master Coco managed to squeeze out of the Aetherburner, it's still not enough apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the exodus sooner. Perhaps people are dying, and there'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. Spent the years preparing for this, leaving the plan, and it will all be with.
Oh, hello, are you of the new helpers? Working on the Afterburner, oh dear, I hear things have come to standstill on that front. Even so, I did choose that over my current duties. Checking in loading samples day in and day out is tiring, thankless work. Still no one's been cross if I've misplaced a few legumes or what have you. The form's got enough on the plate as it is. What is the deciding we go gets bored in the Ark and win. Gets to go to the Ark and blah. A lot of powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Forenshalt and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest. I expect to even have time to sleep.
Well, I said Forenshalt for the Ishgard boys. The dude that died in the... I can't remember. Already forgotten.
Master Forenshalt, incredibly appropriate. It is for his beliefs. I continue to labor so.
Funny girls.
Yes, I remember you. You're the with the students of Badasian, are you not? How can I help you? Oh, me? Why, I'm a researcher at Arborea. That is where I hang my hat, so to speak. It's been my home since I joined in the construction of the Ark many moons ago. I've only seen the true sun a handful of times in the past few years, if you can believe that. This is Charlene Hamlet, home to those who work in the Central Circuit. A great many of us, if not all of us, are engaged in projects of highly classified nature. In order to maintain the level of secrecy, we are allowed to leave Leveria, unless with permission to do so. It's been goodness knows how many years since I left myself. Considering the importance of my work, however, I am perfectly content right where I am. Just between the two of us, though, I do miss the ocean. Just a little.
I can't keep him on.
Careful! Walking through this area outside the Skatine are very watchful of goings on here. It's a character! Character! This Skatine are very watchful of the things going on here. One wrong move and it could mean your eyes! Haha! Just... Oh dear, did you believe me? Oh, I'm frightened. Ever so frightened.
What the fuck? Still in the circle?
Offering to help, that's very kind, but it should be to organize the rest of the documents itself. Mostly a list of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon. And then whichever star we choose is our new home. My duty is largely concerned maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a little busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, having communicated with them in such limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope that they're not enormous, looming giants. Well, I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like that behated rabbit that ran by.
Exactly what they are. I'll go with Diggs. Diggs for sure. No, Addison. Addison. No, Diggs. We'll go with Diggs. Final answer. Diggs. Oh, I'm gonna turn this one in, and then I'm gonna get the new quest, and then I'm probably gonna call it. Cause I'm so tired. It appears the Lawbreads have infiltrated Shalane most heavily facility. Oh, I not know. I know not. Nice to meet you here, Gamora. Our friends in the forum brought to see the teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use the creation magics. But we're really interested in the theories itself, though we know now find ourselves in sort of a funny underground miniature version of it. Hey. They were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all the time prepared, they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around. Or at least, that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Uringer and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in a chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Wouldn't that be fun? No. Why? If you're too busy to show us the sights, we'll find our ways to keep ourselves amused. Don't you? Busy. Tour of Labyrinthos, an unexpected yet prudent selection. Given the similarities betwixt the artificial environment and best ways barrel, it would be in our best interest to have the Loporrits acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal. Come on, psst, go. Psst, go. Come on. Go. Psst. Move, go. You guys aren't wrestling right there. Best to have the Loporrits acquaint themselves by those conditions deemed optimal by the Shalane collaborator. Here, however, continued reliance on a limited knowledge, risk narrowing rather than broadening them. Mayhap thou art better suited. Oh, pin it on me. Yeah, thanks, bro. What a marvelous idea. What a marvelous idea. Might we begin with the great big what's it over yonder? Singing ways. Ah, yes, what's it? Shall leave it explanation to Komodo. With that, I am going to call it. How's it going? Because I'm tired. Okay. But I do have the next couple days off. So yeah, that's that for Final Fantasy. Let's see, Wednesday night, tomorrow, Thursday night. Probably just be a mix of Final Fantasy 11, maybe some 14. I do got to do the Zelda stuff. I really want to beat Zelda so I can start Tears of the Kingdom, and so I can get back into Mega Man. Really should try to start focusing on 2 or 11, I should say. I think it was Mega Man 11 so challenging. It's gonna be pretty fucking tough. Like if I beat Breath of the Wild, that's gonna be static, a huge achievement. Being able to beat that with 3 hearts, and Mega Man 11 will be just as difficult. Like maybe it's gonna be rough, which is why because I'm gonna play it on the hard. The emulator. But and then Friday there's a Fortnite event for Halloween. Well, no, not for Halloween, sorry. Hey, that's no. That's no. Oh, you see you trying to scratch him. Big meanie. There's a Fortnite event that's not Halloween, it's actually about the Simpsons. Actually that's on Friday. Friday at 10 a.m. Central, I think. Try to make it to that, do the event. And the new season drops at like 5 p.m. on. So Fortnite Friday, it's probably gonna be a big Fortnite Friday. And then Saturday we'll see what happens. I mean, this could just be. I mean, I'm trying to get a schedule down. I think Fortnite's gonna be Fortnite Friday, as done in the past. Might do like a throwback Thursday on Thursday. Obviously, it's gonna be other games that there's a lot of games I want to play to like replay. I have the remastered version, Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen and stuff. I really want to replay those at some point because I'm a teenager. Then obviously the Mega Man. Saturday might just be more of a random day. I do want to play Silk Song, Hollow Knight Silk Song, so I might do like a Silk Song Saturday kind of thing. And something I'm working on, and then I'll try to get designated stream times for. I'm trying to get scary, but I'm trying to schedule, plan around games more instead of just like right now. It's very easy, very convenient for me, but not for people who they want to really keep up stream to stream. Yeah, that's all I got. Should hopefully have ran over. Should have 4K webcam set up. Should be even smoother than this. Blah, blah, blah. Hopefully by the weekend that. I mean, this is still the new one, but bandwidth a USB-C cord. So, all right, I digress. Peace out. Thank you.